Yo, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the JP Show. I am your host, JP, and we're back. We're back for another episode of the JP Show. So today, I got some random thoughts. I got some things that I need to get off my chest. Get it off your chest, JP. Get it off your chest, JP. Get it off your chest. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get some things off my chest. I got some random thoughts. And I got a great topic for you guys today. So hold on to your seats. Hold on to your seat buckle. Strapping up and get ready. Because we're about to go for a ride. You heard? The JP Show. I holla. Yeah. All right. So look, right? So... Oh, I didn't even mention this. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, let me turn the camera like this so we can get a full shot. Dun, 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 dun. Let me take it out the wrap. Let me show you guys. This is the JP Show t-shirt line, baby. Get it off your chest, son. Get it off your chest. The JP Show. Yeah, let's get it, baby. So this is the JP shirt t-shirt, guys. I'm selling it. If you're looking to purchase one of these shirts, just DM me. You have my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram in the description. You could send me a message through Facebook as well. That'll be in the description. You can email me. That will be in the description as well. So, and I'll give you all the information and how, we can make this happen if you want to purchase this beautiful t-shirt, the JP Show. So I'm very, very excited about the JP Show t-shirt. The girl did a phenomenal job. The design, look at that design. It is beautiful. And it's damn near, like, look at this and look at me. It's like damn near right on the dot. It's like so like intricate. So that's the JP Show t-shirt, guys. And I'm hoping you guys support and go out and purchase. Well, you don't have to go out. Just get in contact with me, and so I can send you a t-shirt, and it'll be on and popping. Okay? So, very, very excited about that. I can't wait to actually see people wearing the t-shirts. Will be just phenomenal, incredible, so dope. Like, if a first person I see wearing a t-shirt, I'm just going to go up and give them a hug, because you know what it is? It's like, you're constantly, like from the background that, I come from, I'm going to speak for myself, the background where I come from, where broken homes and all this type of stuff, going on inside the home, and then you got to deal with stuff outside of the home, and then a couple of years ago being diagnosed with kidney disease. So then we come all the way from all that tragedy and nasty and just, all that bad stuff, happening to me and to other people as well. And then to come all the way here where we have the JP Show and we have the JP Show t-shirt line. Man, it's been a phenomenal ride. I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful that I'm still here on this earth and that I have all these different type of avenues that's going on, man. I feel so freaking good. So, let's get into, I got some random thoughts, right? I got a random thought. Here we go. JP, random thought. So my random thought is, why is it I'm seeing, I don't want to say Caribbean girls because I don't think it's the whole Caribbean, but I'm going to say, I hate to do this specifically, but I'm going to say it specifically. If it's not, you guys can let me know, but I'm seeing a lot of Jamaican girls bleaching their skin. Now, I don't have any advice for that. I don't have a reason for that. I don't know, to be honest. But the one thing I want to know is, why is it that I'm seeing Jamaican women bleaching their skin. And you say you're probably thinking, well, JP, how do you know they're Jamaican? I've talked to them. You know what I'm saying? Or I may see somebody on Instagram. You know how they are on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. They have to tell you where they're from. So they'll put, I'm from Jamaica or whatever. Or I meet them out in public and we'll start talking or whatever. And I can tell that they're bleaching their skin. Their skin is being bleached for sure. You could tell. It's a look. It's being bleached. And so I just want to know why. Now, some of you probably, because you know what, since I've been doing this show, I've been doing this show since about March. So I have an understanding that there's a lot of people out here in the world that they might want to argue you just to argue you. They probably see the same things that you see, but they want to argue with you because they just want to argue with you, man and female. So I know by me saying this, I'm going to get some naysayers that's going to be like, oh, no, they were Jamaicans don't do that, or Caribbean people. But yes, I am seeing this. Yes, 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 yes. And if I got to send you guys pictures to prove it to you, I will. I am seeing, I've heard of the couple of women that I know, they've been Jamaican. So I don't know if this is a whole Caribbean thing or if this is just a Jamaican thing. But I've been seeing Jamaican women bleaching their skin. And I don't have the answer for that. I don't know why they're doing that. But I want to know why. So if anybody got the answers, if this is some type of, because I'm not sure if England still, if Queen Elizabeth is still, in charge of Jamaica, because England was, or Great Britain, however they want to say, was, in charge of Jamaica and a lot of Caribbean islands, not just Jamaica, but a lot of Caribbean islands, they were in charge. So I don't know if this has going back to like England or something to do with that. I really don't know, but I really would like somebody to, if you have any type of information why Jamaican women are bleaching their skin, please, please, please let me know, because I love information and I need to know what's the dichotomy of that. Like where's that coming from? How's this coming about? Why are they doing this? All right. So you can like, subscribe, comment, and please comment on the show on what I just said about Jamaican women bleaching their skin. Because if you're a man or a woman, I really, really would like to know what's going on with that. So, all right, so this is what we're going to do. We about to get into read my profile, JP. Read my profile. So listen, if you guys don't know, so the last few weeks I've been going on dating sites and I've been reading people profile, and I've been I'll come on the show and I'll read the profile on the show. So I want you guys to maybe hear what is going on these dating profiles, so you could get kind of like an understanding. As a matter of fact, we need an understanding of what you should be putting on your dating profile and what you should be leaving out of your dating profile. Because a lot of times in your dating profile, there's a lot of things that you're talking about that don't need to be there. You know what I'm saying? What needs to be there, I'm going to tell you what needs to be there. But what needs to be there, needs to be there. All right? So let's get into read my profile. Yes. All right. So let's see what we got here. First up, you guys, I know you guys be looking like, what did JB be doing? But I'm actually reading it. I'm reading it off my phone, off my tablet. And we gotta, just to let you guys know that this is real, we got a young lady right here. We got a young lady. I want to show you guys. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, we got a young lady right here. I'm just going to show you a quick picture of her. There she is. This is her. And so I'm going to read her profile. So it says, Black queen looking for her king. Not into sharing my man, so hope you're single. If not, please swipe left. Not into polygamy or poly life. Too old for games. So please don't play them. Drama free over here, baby. I just want to be happy. So read my profile, right? So this is what I'm trying to get to with read my profile. You actually have to put things, to me, this is how I look at it. You actually need to be putting things in your profile that makes sense, that adds up. So you want to start off with your name is there, and you want to give some type of information on who you are and what you're looking for. You know? So, hi, I'm Pierre, I'm JP, I'm from such and such, I'm from, such and such place. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a woman that boom, 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 wants to, I'm dating with a purpose, or, I'm dating for marriage, or I'm looking for somebody that's looking for the same things, that's compatible with me, so we can move on together. You know what I'm saying? All our interests and everything lines up, and we can move on together. So you want to be putting things in your profile that makes sense, that adds up, that tells a story on why you're here and what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So you could be compatible with somebody. Now, see, with this profile that I just read, we don't know anything about her. All we know about her is that she's a black queen. That's what she says. She says she's a black queen looking for her king. Not into sharing my man, so I hope you're single. That's another thing on these profiles. Listen, ladies, I know you guys think that we're liars, but not all men are liars. And this is where we're at. See, this woman right here, you could tell that she's probably going through some things, because she comes off and she says, I hope that you're single. Like, you shouldn't even put that in there anyway, but you definitely shouldn't put single. So this line don't even need to be in there. Not into sharing my man, so hope you're single. You don't need to put that. All you need to put is, I'm single. You know what I'm saying? If a person is not single, they're going to eventually identify that they're not single. You move on. You know what I'm saying? You talk to them. I guess what she's trying to say is, maybe there's a lot of people on here that's on here looking for something, but they're really, not single, or maybe they married, they might be looking for, a third wheel or something like that. I don't know exactly, but yeah, that doesn't need to be there. If you listen, for all the ladies and all the gentlemen that's on these dating sites, if you're not looking for that particular thing, then don't accept that particular thing. So if somebody came to you and said, listen, you a hottie or whatever, and I'm married and I'm looking to add you in. If you're not down for it, you ain't down for it. Move on. You don't have to like describe things that you're not with. Just describe who you are. Because if a person that's really about something, if they're reading your profile and you says nothing about yourself, you don't know if you could carry a conversation. We don't know who you are. We don't know where you come from. We don't know anything about you. All we know about you is that you're a black queen. You want somebody that's single. You're not into polygamy. And you're drama free. And you want to be happy. Out of that, who are you? Like, who are you? Where are you from? What are you doing here? Like, tell me something. You don't have to tell the whole story of your whole life, but in one line, all you need is one line to tell me who you are, what you're looking for, why you're here. That's it. After that, you can move on. You know what I'm saying? So for the ladies and for the guys, try to make your profile specific. Not so much like all over the place rambling about, basically when I read some of these profiles, they be basically rambling about things that's basically happened to them in the past. They're not saying that this has happened, but you get the gist of it. just by reading the profile. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no reason for somebody to say single, single. Like, single, single? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you just single. Like, I've had women come up to me, it's like, are you really single? Like, listen, whatever happened to you in the past, I got nothing to do with that. We have nothing to do with that. When you meet us, ladies, and if guys are doing this, guys too, when you meet us, you should have no pre-assumption of anything. You should just be meeting me in a place and a time and capturing that moment and have an open, optimistic mind. Not meeting me and judging me by the last 5 dudes that did you wrong. I got nothing. We have nothing to do with that. Even if I'm a dirtbag, eventually you'll find out that I'm a dirtbag. But you don't have to come at me if you just met me and I've come at you like a gentleman and I'm talking, we having a good conversation, and you're single, or they ask you, they be like, are you really single? Listen, because I look good, I take care of myself, I prep myself, you know what I'm saying? I wash, you know what I'm saying? I do my laundry, I do all this stuff. Because I do all this stuff and I look good and I carry myself a certain type of way, doesn't mean I'm married. If you don't see a ring on my finger or anything like that, I'm not married. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm single or whatever the case is. There's a lot of guys out here that be telling me and be complaining about that. Women just all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, because of the last 5, idiots that they mess with or they dealt with in the past, they're constantly, bringing that energy onto something new. Keep that fucking energy where the fuck is that. Don't bring that into some new relationship, ladies. So if you're dealing with, if you're into a guy, if you're looking at a guy, this is for the guys too, not just for the ladies. This is for men and women. If you're looking for something, if you're looking for a relationship, try to get over whatever the hell happened to you. And I'm going to say this again. I've said this previous on my show. If you are still crying and complaining, men and women, if you are still crying and complaining about something that happened to you 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, then you need psychiatric help. A lot of people do. I'm not saying that is right or is wrong. A lot of people do need psychiatric help, but you need some type of help mentally, because if you're still crying and complaining, now I could see if something happened to you, 6 months ago, a year ago, or whatever, you're not quite over it, whatever the case is, bet. I got you and I understand it. But sometimes what I'm learning about this is some people are, complaining and going through all this type of stuff, and they've been broken up for years. And they're like, oh, guys ain't this or guys ain't that. Listen, if it's a year, I understand. Outside of that, I'm a little lost on why you're, what I'm saying? If it's 5, 10 years, I'm a little lost on, like, what's going on with you. Because if you're not over that in 10 years, then, yeah. So let's read this. Let's read one more, then we gotta move on from this. Oh wow. All right, so we have somebody here. I'm gonna try to show you guys a quick picture of her. See that? We got somebody right there. Right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but bam. All right. So she says, we make plans and God laughs, so no expectations. From New York, by the way of Panama, but have lived in VA for the past 10 years. Dating with a purpose, but friends first. I'm kind of like sunshine mixed with a bit of hurricane. Hey, honestly, it's the best policy. Oh, she's saying honesty is the best policy. But overall, I'm just dope. See for yourself. You guys can send a message first too, right? Seems silly to just sit and stare at each other trying to figure out who's going to blink first. All right, so she says, let me read this one more time because I know that was a little choppy. So she says, we make plans and God laughs, so no expectations. She's from New York by the way of Panama, but have lived in VA for the past 10 years. Dating with a purpose, but friends first. I'm kind of like sunshine mixed with a bit of hurricane, but overall, I'm just dope. See for yourself. You know, guys, you can send a message first too, right? Seems silly to just sit and stare at each other to try to figure out who's going to blink first. LOL. So that was almost perfect. I'm not gonna lie. I got one little problem. But that was almost a perfect freaking profile, yo. Like, you can't go wrong with this profile. Even she said something in here that I'm gonna get on her about, but you cannot go wrong with this profile. She gave you who she was. She gave you what she was looking for. She let you know where she's coming from. She's from New York, by the way of Panama, and lived in VA for the past 10 years. You know what I'm saying? She said, I'm dating with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? She gave you like some little quirky little, funny little stuff. I'm kind of like sunshine mixed in with a bit of a hurricane. Like, she hit on this profile. She hit on all levels. This is top of the line. Great writer too. Everything in this profile is written correctly. There's no bad grammar. Everything is punctuated correctly. I mean, this is none of that, that type of writing you guys do these days. None of that stuff. Everything here is wrote out in complete sentences and looks amazing. But we got one problem. We got one problem, baby. So the problem is that she says dating with a purpose, but friends first. All right, so look, right? She says dating with a purpose, but friends first. So this is the thing for the ladies and for the guys. I don't think guys is really doing this, but this is probably going to be mainly for the ladies. Dating with a purpose, but friends first. So what I want to tell you guys is that for a guy, because a lot of times men and women, we speak for men and for women. We don't speak for the opposite sex. You know what I'm saying? So women are speaking for women. They're not thinking about the opposite sex in their minds. You know what I'm saying? So for the women, when you say, friend, what she said, dating with the purpose, but friends first. When you say that, I'm about to revert that over into guy language. When you say dating with a purpose, but friends first, in guys language, that means friend zone. You understand? In guy terms, when you say dating with a purpose, but friends first, in guys language, that means friend zone. Because this is the thing. Dating with the purpose, you don't have to be friends. Hear me out. The friends is already incorporated into, if you're dating with the purpose and you're trying to get into a relationship, the friendship is already incorporated into the relationship. So if you meet a guy, if you meet me out on the street and we just hitting it off or whatever, we talking, boom, 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 our chemistry match. Immediately, we're already friends right there. As soon as we hit it off and we're doing like this, we're live, you know what I'm saying? We talking and we getting to know each other, boom, boom, boom. We're already friends right there, point blank. And so as you continue into the relationship, or just being friends or talking or whatever, you're going to keep incorporating that friendship as you go on. So as you go on, if it becomes something that's romantic, the friendship is the base and it's already incorporated into the romance. So you don't have to say like, oh, I'm dating with the purpose, or I'm looking to get in a relationship, but friends first. You don't have to say that, ladies, and you should not be saying that, because your friendship with the guy is already incorporated. If this is a romance, if this is something long-term, if this is something that you're looking to maybe go into marriage, the friendship is there. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking to just get boned or whatever or have sex, then don't worry about no friendship. But if you're looking one more time for your mind, if you are looking for romance, if you are looking for long term, if you're looking for a relationship, if you're looking for marriage, you don't have to say friends first. All you got to do is say, I'm looking for romance. I'm looking for, how could you be in a romance with somebody and not be friends? You can't romantically be in a romance, in a relationship, and have something, have something like incredible and beautiful with somebody and not be friends. So you don't have to say friends first, because this is not like a Stairmaster or something where you're like friends, then relationship, then dating, then courting, friends, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then here. No, it doesn't work like that. It should be more so of a quiet streamline. You know what I'm saying? You meet a girl, you hit it off with her, boom, 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 boom. You start courting her, taking her on little dates or going here and here. You start dating her. You date her for like a year or so. This is ideally. It doesn't always work like this, but this is ideally. You date her for like a year or so, boom, 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 maybe 2 years, and then you move on to whatever. If it's a long-term relationship or if it's marriage, it should be a quiet, not loud. You don't have to say friends first. It should be a quiet streamline, not a Stairmaster. Oh, we're gonna be friends, then we're gonna be courting, then we're gonna be dating, and then we're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, going up and up. No. A quiet streamline into a relationship. Okay, ladies? So please, if you can, and I know a lot of this stuff is backlash. A lot of this stuff is backlash from whatever you went through. But if you can, ladies, please stop saying friends first, because no guy is going to be friends first. If anything, if you say friends first, the guy is either going to be like, okay, I'm just going to smash her out, I'm going to have sex with her, or, she trying to friend zone me. But a guy is not going to stay, like a guy. He's not going to stay around and hang around if you're talking about friends first. You know what I'm saying? The guy needs to be, he's the hunter. See, what you're doing here is that you're putting yourself as, the hunter. You're laying the rules down on him, telling him what it's going to be. It should not be like that, ladies. You should not come into a relationship or come into anything with a guy and you're basically laying the law down before you even meet the guy. No. You got to be open. You got to be optimistic. The freaking relationship could be a whirlwind. It could take you somewhere magical. But if you're coming in talking about friends first and you're closed-minded, you're going to be all jacked up. All right? So please be open to wherever the relationship go. You know what I'm saying? Be open and stop talking about friends. Stop saying stuff like that. Because a real guy, a guy that has testosterone in his body, he's not going to go for some friends first type of bullshit. Okay? I bet. Oh, topic of the day. Topic of the day. Topic of the day. Yeah, you ain't know I had that in me, right? All right, check this out. Topic of today is black men versus family court. So, I'm going to speak on this, but in the coming weeks, I'm going to have a follow-up show to this, and I'm going to have a father that's, going through situations like this on the show, so he could give me more of an insight. But from what I'm hearing from guys is that basically, overall, family court versus men. And to be honest with you, I'm saying black men versus family court because my community, there's a lot of BS that goes on, with this. But I mean, this pretty much goes for all men, to be honest, most likely. But if you're, I will say this, if you're a white man with money, maybe you might not have to go through this. And I think if you're a black man with money, I think you're still probably gonna have to go through this. So it's a little different dynamics between white and black. But I think if you're middle class to lower class white guy, you're probably gonna go through this as well. So this is the thing. A lot of guys, when I come around the JP show and, I'm getting information and I'm doing research on the show and everything. And they come to me about, their situation with, their past girlfriend or their ex-wife, about, what happened in the relationship and they broke up and all this type of stuff. And they're basically saying that the courts is not for men and not for black men. Family court. And we're not even going to talk about the other courts, but family court, a lot of guys is saying that they're basically getting shafted in family court. So they're basically going in family court and the judge is just awarding the woman with the kids, the house, if they're married, alimony and child support. Like, the guy is basically just getting shafted. You don't know how many guys that I know that is living in a room. Like, these are like well mature adult men. I'm not lying. This is real talk. And a lot of you know people like this, especially if you're in the New York area. You know people like this. I know so many people, so many men that are living in rooms or living in a shack or living in like some type of 1-bedroom apartment that they had to basically go to. They had nowhere to go because the courts basically kicked them out of their house or whatever. And sometimes these are houses that they bought or houses that they might have had before they even met. I know there's one guy that I was talking to, that he had a house that he already had before she came. And they got with each other, whatever. They had 3 kids. And then when they went to court, the judge gave her his house. Oh, that's not funny. It's not funny. But the judge and this is his house that he already had. So, I have a guy, a friend of mine. So he was telling me, he was saying that overall, it's getting a slight bit better in family court. It's getting a slight bit better in family court than what it used to be back in the 90s and everything like that. I came up in a time where hearing about all this family court and guys being taken to court and basically just getting their heart ripped out of their chest because the judge is basically, just taking everything away from them. And a lot of guys are going to jail. Now, this is the thing that I don't understand about this whole situation. If a guy owes child support, why are you putting him in prison? How is he going to pay the child support if he's in prison? I'm going to take a second and think about that for a second. Now, if a guy he's back owed on his kid's child support, how is it that he's going to pay it if you're putting him in jail? So, there's a lot of guys, even right now to this day, that are in jail for child support. In jail for child support. Now, what I'm hearing from guys, and I always say this on the show, ladies, I would love to hear your point of view. You never give me your point of view, but I would love to hear it. I don't want this show to be one-sided. I do want the show to be, I do want to hear from the ladies. I really, 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 really do. But the ladies are not speaking up like the guys are. So, the guys are telling me that, well, I had a friend of mine. He went through, a situation with his ex-wife. Basically, he told her that um, he in the beginning he didn't want to get into anything. He didn't want to be in a relationship, basically. So, but they could do what they do. They're adults. We could do what we do, but I'm not looking for a relationship. So overall, they end up having a kid together. He told her again, I don't really want to be in a relationship with you. If you want to have the kid, you can have the kid, but I don't want to be in a relationship with you. So she had the kid. He fell in love with the kid, and he didn't want to be in a relationship though. And so the girl basically took him to court and got child support and everything, but she also made it a way where he can't see the kid. Like, there's a lot of dudes out here that can't see their child, and a lot of times the mother of the child, they'll take the child out of state so you can't see the child. Like, literally take the kid out of state. So what he was telling me is that the mother took the kid from New York to New Jersey. Now, he was saying that in New York is a liberal state. So a lot of you guys that may not live in New York or whatever, New York is very liberal. So they try to make it kind of even as possible. You know what I'm saying? So the guy was telling me in New York, he was actually having some wins. Going to court, he was winning a little bit. You know what I mean? So she moved the kid to Jersey. And then that's when he said it all went to hell. He said he couldn't even find a lawyer to even take his case because, you know what I'm saying, the lawyers out there was like, yo, there's no way you're not going to win this case. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to win. You're going to, you know what I'm saying? This is New Jersey. You're going to lose. So he couldn't even get a lawyer. Then on top of that, she took the kids to Connecticut. So there's a lot of things that's going on, with this whole family court, and men are not getting, I don't know for what reason. I guess we're going to go back to the woman is actually carrying the child for, however many months she carried them for. And maybe that's the reason why men are getting shafted in these courts or whatever. The men, I will say this, there's a lot of dirt bags out there. There's a lot of bums. There's a lot of broke dudes. A lot of dudes that's not taking care of their kids. There's a lot of dudes that's just sitting on the couch and not doing nothing. Again, for the guys, we got to get in the game. So, there's a lot of bum dudes. So for all those bum dudes in in family court and the woman winning, this is not for you. This is not for you, guys. All the bums and you in jail for not paying child support and the guy, the judge took the kids away. This is not for you. This is for the men that love their kids, that's taking care of their kids, that want to see their kids. This is their segment. This is not your segment, bum boy. All right? So, it's just crazy how, for whatever reason, the judge, the courts will really rule. Like, coming in, guys are like coming in saying like, there's really no reason for me to be here because I'm going to lose no matter what. I'm going to lose. And you could fight them. You could fight them and try to get full custody of the kid. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. And I don't know why it's like this, because there's really no difference to me. If a woman have, let's say, 2 kids with a man, what is the difference between the woman raising the 2 kids by herself and the man raising the 2 kids by themselves? I'll wait. I don't see no difference. Now they're going to make it where, the woman, she's carrying the kids for these months and all this woman stuff. They're going to do all this woman stuff to make you believe, psychologically that the woman has, and rightfully so. They carry the kid for 9 months or however many months they carry the kid for. I get it. We don't carry kids. I wish we did, because then we'll have like a say on, listen, I carried this kid, you carried that kid. Now we could go to court. Now we could really go to court. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they carry the kids. We don't carry no kids. You know what I'm saying? And so they win all the time on everything. They win. And I want to say this before I close this segment out. I want to say this for a lot of women. Like, I've seen a lot of progress in today's time. Man, let me tell you something. Yesterday's time, this shit right here that I'm talking about was so astronomical, crazy, out of this world. I mean, you had really people dying because they couldn't see their kids, and the girl would take the kids away, and dudes would just come up and just take the female out. Back in the 90s, they would just take them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you doing them dirty, you taking the kids from them and all this stuff. Listen, one thing I've learned about in my lifetime, don't play with nobody's kids. You don't do that. Because you really will get murdered. Even if it's your kid too. The guy or the girl, they would really murder you over their kids. Don't play with nobody's kids. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if they're your kids too. Don't do it. But back in the 90s, there was a lot of treacherous things going on. And a lot of women was making a lot of money or whatever because, you know, God had to pay all this money in child support and all these different things, and they was taking everything and leaving the guy basically homeless, like I said, living in a room. I know a lot of guys live in a room right now because they just got shafted in the courts or whatever. So, for the ladies, listen, this is what I want to say. For the ladies, there's a way that you can co-parent without bashing each other's brains in. You know what I'm saying? There is a way that you could co-parent. And I'm seeing it a lot today where men and women are co-parenting, and whatever feelings that they have for each other, those feelings are gone. The emotional part is gone, and they're doing what they got to do for the kid. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the kid, man. And I feel so bad that kids be having to go through this, and mothers be taking their kids away from their father. And not only that, but lying. Oh, JP, you hit on something, JP. You hit on something. The mother be lying to the kid, telling the kid fabrications about the father. Oh, your father didn't want to be here. Oh, your father this, your father left you and all. Like, mess psychologically. Listen, even I can understand why women and men have such a hesitation on relationship, because our parents fucked us up first. Not when you get them. The parents fucked us up psychologically because they put so much bad imagery into our minds. You know, if you come from, and I know this from a lot of people, including my background, if you come from the hood or urban neighborhoods or whatever in America, man, to get out of that freaking situation is hectic. And you got to go through a lot. And a lot of times, you got to go through a lot within your own family. I was today beside these two people. I think they were maybe like brothers and sisters or whatever. I don't know. One of the guy I couldn't tell. I mean, one of the people I couldn't tell if he was a man or a woman. I'm guessing it was a man, but it could have been a woman. They just had some feminine qualities about them. So the girl was in, where I was at. The girl was basically cursing him out, like, you stupid, like calling him stupid or whatever. I'm guessing this is like his sister. They look like they was like brothers and sisters. And she was calling him stupid, like she was a know-it-all, like she knew everything. And she was just calling him out of his name. And that's why I don't like messing with you, because you a dumbass and you're an idiot, and cursing at him and all. And I'm just like, whoa, like what the hell? So I think that even before we even get to relationships or whatever, we're already messed up because of the situation that we're going through in the house or whatever. And the parents, a lot of you women out there, and if you're doing this, stop it, because it's wrong. A lot of you women out there that's brainwashing your kid and telling your kid, your father didn't want you, your father didn't want to be with you and all this stuff, when they had nothing to do with that, when it was you're the one that was freaking taking the kid away from the father, when you're the one, every time the father come to see the kid, you're making some excuses or some reasons to keep the father away from the kid, when you're the one that's always trying to fight with the father or whatever the case is to try to get him arrested so he won't see his kid. Stop it. That needs to come to an end. Now, I know I could tell that it's getting better. This was bad in the 90s. Let me tell you, what I just said to you guys just now, that shit was terrible in the 90s. But today, I know it's still there, but it's slightly a little bit better. I am seeing couples able to co-parent with each other. Ladies, you got to figure out a way for the kid. For the kid. Now, if you want to, this is what I say. If you want to still be with this guy, because a lot of times what I've learned about women is that it comes down to communication, and women have bad communication skills. Say whatever you want to say. You can say guys got bad communication skills, whatever. I disagree. I think it comes down to the women. I feel like from all the relationships that I've been in and talking to women, let me tell you what happened to me not too long ago. So I meet a woman at a certain place. I can't give you guys details or whatever, but I meet a woman at a certain place. So, and this is what I'm saying about communication. I meet her at a certain place. So at this place, I couldn't really, she was beautiful to me, but I couldn't really approach her because it's just too much things, too many people, if you know what I'm saying, too many people around that, you know what I'm saying, I couldn't really, go for it like that. So I made a reference to, I said, listen, I think I've seen you before on Facebook. And, we talked about this and that for just a second or so. And so later on that night, I went on Facebook and boom, I don't know if it's because, this whole, algorithm thing and being in the same room with each other. I know they're listening to us and everything, but I went home that night and then all of a sudden I went on Facebook, boom, her face popped up. People you may know. And there she was. So I added her. And so I sent her a message, hey, this is JP, blah, 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 I met you, blah, blah. So she was like, she said, oh, thank you, blah, blah, blah. I told her, start talking to her, whatever. And so I got her number. And so we're talking, I said, hey, we're texting. So I said, listen, I would love to take you out. And so she says, perhaps. And I said, what's the hesitation about? And she says, what do you mean? And then I says, perhaps means maybe. You didn't say yes or no. You like, this was communication. She said, perhaps. And then when I asked her, what's the hesitation about? She acted like she don't know what the hell just happened. You said perhaps. So I said, perhaps means maybe. She says, I said, perhaps means maybe. She says, oh, we could do lunch. Then she just says, oh, we could do lunch, one of these days. And I says, well, I wasn't really thinking about lunch. I was thinking about dinner. And then she says, okay, cool. We could do dinner. Blah, blah, blah. So we going on continuing the conversation. So I said, listen, I'm about to call you because really, I don't really like doing too much texting. But so I said, I'm about to call you. So she says, well, I'm about to go to bed because I got to go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to bed. I said, okay, cool, good night. So the next day, I text her at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and she says to me, she texts me back, just got to work. And I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me that you going to work at 1 o'clock? I could have called you earlier and chopped it up with you and have some type of conversation, build some type of rapport with each other, build some type of chemistry with each other, build some type of compatibility with each other. So why didn't you tell me that? That's another, that's another way of where she didn't, she didn't talk. Like she didn't don't talk enough. So then after that, so then she texts me. So I'm just trying to continue to try to build. This whole time I'm really just trying to build to see where she's at. So then she texts me back. She texts me and she says, this texting is a little bit much for me. And so I'm like, I deaded her. To be honest with you, I deaded her. Because there's just too much up and down, up and down. Like, you got to be able to talk, ladies. And I mean details. And I said this on shows before. No, we need details. The guys need details. It's very important. Details, and more details. Okay? So I'm going to rehash this conversation. The reason why I can't really get into this too heavy, is because I'm not a father, so I don't know the ins and outs. But I'm going to have a show soon, really soon, where I have, 2 men, and we'll just be able to talk about, relationships, the courts, what happened in the courts, and all this different type of situations, so we could get a real understanding of what's going on in these relationships, So what I want to do is I wanted to travel, going from the relationship and what happens into the relationship, travel, streamline all the way into the courts and how that, whatever happened with the judgment on that. Okay. Listen, guys, it's been fun. I love you guys. I actually got something else to say, but I think I'm gonna hold it till next week because I'm already 50 minutes in, and this show's only supposed to be 30 minutes. So I think I'm gonna hold that till next week. But I love you guys. I thank you guys. It's been all nothing but love. And these are ready. The JP Show. Let me turn this around. The JP Show t-shirt line is ready, is out. You know what I'm saying? DM me, hit me up, email, Facebook, whatever. Get in contact with me if you want a shirt, and I'll definitely I'll send you a shirt and let you know what the cost is, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. I love you guys. I'll see you on the next episode of the JP Show. Aha!